We all love fragrance in our garden. And I'm at Kordell's Produce right in West Lynn. And Kordell, you picked out so many plants. We just can only talk about a few, but you really carry a big selection.
We do. Fragrance is always a big attraction for a plant in the garden. Shade, sun, doesn't really matter. We have lots of good options for that.
Excellent.
Adds some attractiveness to any shrub when it can give you some fragrance.
Excellent. And so I know you picked Gardenias, one of my favorite.
Absolutely, yeah. We have 3 or 4 different kinds of the hardy Gardenias. They're all white flowering, very fragrant. My favorite place is up on the deck in a container.
Perfect,
so
sure.
you can move it around, or you can enjoy it when you're out eating your barbecue or whatever.
And what kind of sun? Morning sun, afternoon sun?
You know, I find the flowers fade pretty quick if they're in full sun, so I do recommend part sun. Morning sun is great, afternoon shade is preferable, but they really can tolerate just about anything.
Ah,
So,
nice,
yeah,
nice.
So.
And another great one, because I love the verticality of vines, so a
Sure.
jasmine.
A jasmine, of course, is always the go-to fragrance when you talk about people living in the South or in California. They all know jasmine vine and the fragrance that it has. So it's one of our favorites, and mostly sun here. It can tolerate some shade, but it really, I think, flower is better in a full sun spot. So.
Yeah, and it's evergreen, which is great too.
Correct. Yep, absolutely.
Wonderful. And then what else you have?
And then, of course, we have, Daphne are always,
wow.
and we have many to choose from. We have the Rock Daphne, the Carol Mackey, the Eternal Fragrant, Summer Ice, just to name a few. The winter blooming ones, of course, are done for the year, the February, March bloomers.
Right.
And then we move into the summer bloomers, which can tolerate some more sun, which is the
nice.
upside to the summer blooming Daphne. They don't need quite as much shade, but they all do need very good drainage.
Oh, perfect,
so they're not
sure.
going to tolerate wet feet.
Right,
So,
right. And I love these in a container too. I think bringing them right up
sure.
on the deck or on the porch, that's
Right.
really a great
and
idea.
that guarantees the drainage too,
Yeah,
which helps a
definitely.
lot. So
And so you're not just shrubs that you have here, but you have some annuals, perennials, and smaller growing shrubs too.
we do one of the go-tos always for annual planting are the heliotrope. They'll smell like vanilla when they're blooming. Need a little break from the sun during the day. I think they benefit from that, but they can do just about anything in your container gardening just to add a little fragrance to it.
Very nice. And the butterflies like that one too.
They do, absolutely. Yep.
And
for
what
sure.
else you have?
One of my kid favorites is the citronella geranium, and when you rub the leaves and smell it, smells just very citrusy. So, and it also can help keep the mosquitoes off your porch. So people claim.
Yeah. Is it going to
So-
get the big flowers, like the big red ones?
It
or-
doesn't get a big red flower. It's just a petite white flower on it. Not real showy flower wise, but you're definitely buying it more for the scratch and sniff effect.
Oh, but that's fun. That really is fun.
Yeah, so that's a cool one. And then, of course, for the real citrus fragrance, you have your lemon tree. This is the dwarf Myers, and when they're flowering, they're just really, you can tell they're flowering very citrusy, real nice orangey scent to it. Grow outside in the summer and then inside in the wintertime. You can even, I talked to some people who can just throw them in the garage in the winter, and they seem to still
idea.
do just fine. So they're really a pretty easy house plant. It's nice to be able to take them in and out. So
Sure. Plus the benefit of a lemon. That's great.
absolutely, it's always a benefit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, as you can see, we couldn't talk about everything that we have here, but come down to Kordell's Produce and talk to Kordell and his staff and really get some fragrance on your front porch or your deck this summer. Well, thanks a lot.